Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pixel's mom. After a very long break from doing videos, back to do a challenge that she was requested to do by Two Flat. The recipe that I'm doing today will be Red Lobster Cheddar Bay Biscuits. For this recipe, you will need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, baking powder, garlic powder, kosher salt, cayenne pepper, 1 cup of buttermilk, a half a cup of unsalted butter, and 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. You're also going to need garlic powder, parsley flakes, and unsalted butter for the topping of the biscuits. Alright, the first step to doing our Cheddar Bay Red Lobster biscuits is to preheat our oven. I'm going to come over to a bake setting and put our oven temperature up to 450 degrees. This is going to take about 20 to 30 minutes to preheat, so you want to do this while you're doing your mixture. You're going to line a baking sheet with parchment paper so that your biscuits will not stick during cooking time. Alright, our first steps are to incorporate the ingredients to create the biscuit dough, which will include the 2 cups of all-purpose flour put into our bowl, 1 tablespoon of sugar, which I've already measured out, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon garlic powder. Sorry about the blurriness, folks. Still haven't got around to figuring out my new camera yet, so I'm using my phone for this video. Okay, and I'm going to pour the salt into the little teaspoon holder. Okay, teaspoon of salt goes into our mixture. Now, cayenne pepper is supposed to be added for flavor, and it is also optional. I personally do like cayenne pepper, so I'm going to make sure that I add it to my recipe because I think it would give it a nice flavor. Once you have that all in your bowl, you're going to incorporate all that till it's all mixed together nicely so all the herbs and spices can be together. Now that we have all of our mixture together, we're going to move on to the second part of our batter, which would be the melted butter, unsalted. You're going to need exactly 1 cup of buttermilk, which would be right here, and we're going to add that to our butter. Once you have that incorporated into the bowl, you're going to mix together thoroughly so that the butter and the buttermilk are incorporated together. Right, well, now that we've combined our buttermilk and our butter together and added it to our flour, this is what the mixture should look like. Now your next step is going to be to add the cheese to the actual batter. The step that we're going to be doing to our recipe, as I quoted, we're going to be putting in our cheese. So we'll be using 1.5 cups of sharp cheddar cheese and folding it into the batter itself. And for that, I will need both hands. So we'll be right back. Right, well, this is how our batter looks now that the cheese has been gently folded into it. And before we can get our biscuits on our cookie sheet, we do have to do one more step, which would be to make the topping. So for our topping, we're going to need some parsley. It would be more of an ideal world to use fresh parsley. However, I am going to be using parsley flakes. I'm going to need 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter and a half teaspoon of garlic powder. Alright, now that we have the ingredients ready to incorporate to make our topping, which would be the 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 tablespoon of parsley flakes, and a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay, now this will be all mixed together because this is going to be used as the topping to our biscuits to give it flavor after it is baked. For the final step, we're going to take a 1/4 cup measuring spoon and use this to scoop out 1/4 cup of our batter and place it on our baking sheet. This should yield at least 10 to possibly 15 different biscuits. As you can see, we managed to create 13 very nice looking biscuits. There's 9 on this sheet pan and 4 additional ones in here. And we're going to proceed to put these in the oven at the 450 degree temperature for anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how your oven cooks. All right, this is the biscuit I chose to try. I'm going to give it a taste and see how it comes out. Looks very cheesy and very fluffy on the inside. The topping does give it good flavor. And I will say, it does taste very well. So that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not to my usual standards. It's been a rough time doing this video today. I should be doing a lot more videos in the upcoming weeks, and I hope you enjoy this one. You take care, and I hope y'all have a great day.